Helping others while we're on this awakening path has a different perspective when you approach it from the lens of spiritual growth and shadow work and emotional processing. When is it okay to help somebody else? And when is it more harmful to interfere with the other person's process? This is something that is very relatable for a lot of people, because as we are awakening to our true nature and our true self, there is this beautiful heart opening that happens. Empathy gets amplified, and we become so porous when we're interacting with others. We feel what they're feeling. And there's this very beautiful human tendency to lean in and fix whatever is perceived as needing to be fixed and to help. However, there is an opportunity for us to pause for a moment and really look at the mechanism that is operating, and is this a moment for helping, or are we actually hindering? The image that I get is of a child that is in the process of learning how to tie their shoelaces, and they're struggling with it. And there's that parental kind of, not frustration, but there's that pull that you just want to go in, and you see that they're struggling, and there's that pull to just go in and just tie their shoelaces for them. But in that process of going in and tying it for them, yes, you're helping. However, the child gets denied the opportunity to learn for themselves, deal with their own, how do they handle conflict, how do they handle their own personal frustrations. And they are, by coming in and doing it for them, you're denying them the opportunity to learn and to be self-sufficient and reliant. So that correlates to the awakening process, because we might find that as we're journeying through this process, we want to share this awakening process with other people and use it to help others. And my approach is to create a open, loving, and supportive space with the other person where they feel loved and they feel supported. And then you allow them to choose and to come to you. You allow them to come, and when it's their time, if they feel like they would like your assistance, as opposed to coming in. So in the awakening process, you can share that you went to a retreat, and if they're interested, then they can come forward. If you have a family member that's going through a difficult time emotionally, you can approach it from a place of presence, as opposed to a place of trying to fix it. I'll give you an example how that plays out a lot in childhood. So if a child, let's say, is in their room and they're crying because they're afraid of the dark, fixing would sound something like coming in there, telling them, don't worry about it. There's no reason to be scared. There's no monster under the bed. Don't worry, there's nothing to be afraid of. So a couple of things are happening there. There's the fixing of the emotion, and there's also the invalidation of the emotion, right? Because if we're saying there's no need to be afraid, but the fear is already there. It's here. It doesn't create a safe space to feel what the child is feeling. And in this example, it's fear. So a way that we can approach helping somebody but creating a safe space would be to come into the child's room, sit beside them, and and let them know that I know that you're really scared, that this is a scary time, but I'm here for you, and I'll hold you, and you are safe, and I will stay with you while you are feeling the fear. And in that way, you create an opening, beautiful space where you support them, but they also can have a healthy relationship with their emotions where they can allow that particular emotion to pass through its natural life cycle and then release. So I welcome you to bring that perspective into your life, because there's so much loving heart opening during this process and in this community. From reading the comments in the videos, this is such a beautiful, loving group of people, and I know that sometimes we want to reach out and help, and there is opportunities for us to create beautiful, loving spaces for others without solving their problem, but allowing them either to process it in a supportive space, or allowing them to come to us when they're ready. Thank you so much for everyone. Have a wonderful day.